So today we will be talking about some for loop program. Okay, so after this class I will be sending you some programs, so you have to do it as a task. Okay. Uh, so, right. So now we will develop a program uh, to check whether a number is prime or not. Okay, so check whether a number is prime or not. Okay. So what is a prime number? So prime number means the number. So prime number is a number that, okay, so whenever we talk about a prime number, so the prime number is a number so that has the factor that has the factors of that has the factors of 1 and itself. So that has the factors of 1 and itself. For example, you take 2. So for 2, the factors are 1 and 2 only. Okay. So suppose for example you take 3. So for 3, the factors are 1 and 3 only. Okay. And so for example, if you take 5, so for 5 you have the factors of 1 and 5 only. Okay. Right. So suppose if I am taking 6, so these are all prime numbers. Okay. So non-prime numbers. So non-prime numbers means, so you have 6. So for example you look at 6. So 1, 2, actually 3 also. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 and 6. Okay. So for example if you are taking 9. So 9 will have factors 1, 3 and 9. Okay. So 1, 3 and 9. So in that way you look at the factors. Okay. So you look at the factors other than 1 and itself. So these are non-prime numbers. So these are prime numbers. Okay. Now this program is designed in such a way that, suppose if I am saying enter a number. So if I am saying enter a number, if I say 5, I should get it as prime number. Okay, so I should get it as prime number. So if I am giving something like enter a number, something like 9. Okay, so I should get something like non-prime number. Okay, so non-prime number. So like this you are going to look at this. Okay, so this is the program that we have to do. Okay. Now what I need to do here, so how will I write this program? So right, so here I will say prime or not. Okay. Now up to here it will be same. So up to here it will be same. So now what I have to do is, I have to check whether it is divisible by other than 1 and itself. Okay. So what we will do is, so we will write a loop. So we will write a loop which will start from 2, and end at I less than number. Okay, so end at I less than number. So it started at 2 and it ended at less than number, and then I will say I plus plus. So now you have a loop. Okay, so you have a loop. So which will start from 2 and goes on until that number. Okay, goes on until that number. Okay, so goes on until that number. So you are looking at it, and then now when I am saying I got the number, so now what I need to do is I check the number is divisible by 2 or not. So then 3 or not, then 4 or not. Okay, so and I will also go for a variable something like p is equal to 0. Okay, so p is equal to 0. So I will say if number mod I, so number mod I, so number mod I is equal to 0. If the number mod I is equal to 0, okay, so if this number is uh, divisible by this I value, then we will make the number, we will make p is equal to 1. Okay, so p is equal to 1, and we will say this, because if at least one number is dividing, so we can say that it is prime. Okay, so we can say that it is prime. So in that way, so now if p value is equal to 1, we will say system dot out dot println. Okay, so we will say system dot out dot println. We will say the number is prime. So the number is prime. So what we will say here? So we will say number is prime. Okay, so number is prime. Else we will say number is not prime. Okay, so else we will say number is not prime. Okay, so number is not prime. So what exactly we said here? So we said that now you take a number 5. So 5 is, okay, 1 second, not prime, and here I should say prime. So now I will say 5. So 5 is prime. Now for example, if I am taking 9, so 9 is not prime. Okay, so in this way you are going to take the things. Okay, right. So let us understand this now, how we have went about that. Okay, so let me run this. Okay. So now what we did over here, so we will understand. So whenever we are looking at this kind of problem, so we are taking one variable. Okay, so we are taking one variable. So that variable basically is substituting. Okay, so that variable is getting substituting. So now what I am doing here, I am taking number. Okay, so first I took something like 5. So I took 5. Okay, so and I am saying p value is 0. So I is equal to 2. So the loop will take from 2 to 4. So loop will take from 2 to 4, because we started at 2 and we are going up to number. Okay, so without involving the number. Okay, right. So number, so first loop is 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 is equal to 0 or not. Okay, so 2 when divided by 5, so it is not 0. Okay, so it is not 0. So then coming to the next one. Okay, so 5 mod 3 is equal to 0. So then it is also false. So 5 mod 4 is equal to 0. This is also false. So, so now all are false. So then the loop is over. So it will check if p is equal to 1. So if p is equal to 1, so p is equal to, so p is equal to, actually p value is 0 only. So this is also false. False means it will come here, and what it will say? It will say 5 is prime. So 5 is prime. Okay. Now then I took number 9. Okay. So I took number 9. So again p value is 0 only. So now I value will go from 2, 3, 4, So I value will take from 6 to 8. So now I will say 9 mod 2 equals to 0. So 9 mod 2 means, so 2 4 are 8, so the remainder will be 1. So it is not. Okay. So then 9 mod 3 is equal to 0. So 3, 3, 9. So it will perfectly divide. Okay. So it will perfectly divide. Okay. So and you are getting 0. So as you are getting 0, so the value becomes 1. Okay. So value becomes 1. So once the value becomes 1, so it is showing a break. Okay. So it is showing a break. So break means it should come out of the loop. Okay, so it should come out of the loop. So break, so it is coming out of the loop, and it is checking if p is equal to 1. So if p is equal to 1, yes, p is equal to 1. So p is equal to 1 means it will come here and it will say number is not prime. So number is not prime in the sense, so 9 is not prime. Okay, so 9 is not prime. So in this case, you are looking at, so you are looking at the, okay, so that's how you are making the prime number logic. Okay, so this is the way that we are looking at the prime number logic. So so whenever we are talking about the prime number, so this is the way that we are looking at. Okay. So when I'm saying prime number, so this is how you can use it. Okay. So hope you understood, right?
Sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the way that you are looking at the prime number program. Then we will talk about the next program. So the next program would be, so develop a program for uh, so develop a program for checking whether the first digit, okay, so whether the first digit is prime or not. Okay, so this I give you as a task. Okay, so this will be a task for you. So develop a program to check whether the first digit of a number is prime or not. So first digit of a number is prime or not. Okay, right. So then we will develop a program for printing a multiplication table. Printing a multiplication table. So we are going to develop a program for printing multiplication table. Okay. Right. So here we are going to print the multiplication table. Okay. Right. Now for this multiplication table, the expected output should be, so expected output should be something like enter a number. So enter a number. Suppose if I am saying 5. So the answer should be, so 5 into 1 is equal to 5. So 5 into 2 is equal to 10. So 5 into 3 is equal to 15. So something like this. Okay. So you need to get up to, so 5 into 4 is equal to 20. So you should get up to 5 into 5 is equal to 25. Okay. Sorry, 5 into 10 is equal to 50. So you should get this program output. Okay. So how exactly I can get this? Now enter a number. Now simply what I can do is, so for I is equal to 1 and I is less than or equal to number. So here you just have to print that. Okay, so printing system.out.println. So you need to print number. So number plus into plus. Okay, so you are going for I value plus, so is equal to, so this is to understand this plus symbol basically. Okay, so how we can combine the results. Okay, so that is what you are going to check here. So plus, so here you use number into I. Okay, so number into I. So simply run this. So enter a number. So 5. Okay, sorry. Sorry, this should be 10. No? So this should be 10 because 10 up to 10 we were printing, right? So okay, so this is the way that we are going to take the things into consideration. Okay. So this is the way that we are going further. Okay. Right. So what we are looking out for here. So we are looking out for 1 second. Okay. So what we have done here. So we have went for. So we went for the number. So when we said number. Okay. So number. So what we took here. We took the number. So here basic idea is to have that number. Okay, so number that 5. Okay, x will be as it is. Okay, I will be 1 to 10 and number into I. So in that way you can go for the for loop. Okay, so you can go for the for loop. Okay, so that's how we take the things into consideration. Okay, right. So now now we will go for the next topic, which will be nested loop. Okay, so nested loop. So what are nested loops? So nested loops means a loop inside another loop. Okay, so a loop inside another loop. So what we are talking about here? A loop declared inside another loop. Okay, so a loop declared inside another loop. So it can be any loop. Okay, so there can be any kind of loop. There can be any kind of loop inside any other kind of loop. Any other kind of loop. Okay, so there can be any kind of loop inside any other kind of loop. Okay. Now, for example, so this does not require any syntax or flowchart or anything because directly we can go by. Okay. So now, for example, I want the output. Okay, so I want the output something like, so one uh, so something like 1 uh, 1 1 2 1 3. Okay, so again 2 1 2 2 2 3. 3 1, 3 2, 3 3. Okay, so this can be something like 1 2 3. Okay, and so this can be something like a loop which is giving 1 2 and 3, and this also is giving 1 2 3. Okay, so but it is repeating. Okay, it is repeating, repeating and repeating. Okay, so this loop is repeating, and this loop is repeating for each element. Okay, so repeating, and this is repeating for each element. Okay, so try and understand. Okay, so this is repeating definitely, and this is repeating for each element. Okay, so repeating for each element. So repeating for each element. So how we are going to look at this basically. Okay, so now let's say I want to create a loop for this and this first. Okay, so two separate loops I will create. So two separate loops I am going to create now. So I am going to create two separate loops. I will say first int I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 3, I plus plus. Okay, so then I am going to say system.out.println I value. Okay, so same thing here, and I am going to say system.out.println. So this time I will say j. So j is equal to 1, j is less than or equal to 3, and say j plus plus. Okay, so here I will find j. So now if you understand this, so you are getting 1 2 3 1 2 3. So two separate loops. Now what I will do is I will put this loop, I will put this loop inside this loop. Okay, I will put this loop inside that loop. So now understand the code. What I am getting? 1 1 2 3, 2 1 2 3, 3 1 2 3. So literally what happened here? So literally if you understand this, so if you understand this, so this is going to be okay. So if you understand this, basically what happened here? So I is equal to 1 2 3. So I will take 1 2 3 as per our understanding, and j will also take 1 2 3 as per our understanding. But when you came here, I is equal to 1. So you started with I is equal to 1. So I will come here. Okay, so and it will print the value I, and then again it came here. So what it will do? So it will complete this. So it will complete this iteration. Okay, so it will complete this iteration. So complete this iteration means j value becomes 1. Okay, so j value becomes 1. So and for j value it will come inside. So it will say j. So what is j value? J value is 1. Okay. Now j plus plus. So j plus plus means j value will be increased by 1. Okay. So as it has to complete this. Okay. So as it has to complete this. Okay. So it has to complete this. So you will get the value 2. Next value is 3. Okay. So next value is 3. Now it will come. It completes. It completes means again it will go here. So then I plus plus. I plus plus means I will become 2. Then again it comes here. So what will be printed? 2 will be printed. So then again so 2 is printed. So again same here. So then again j will start its journey from 1. Okay. So 2 1. So next 2 2. Next 2 3. Okay. So like this. So then again I value will be increased. So it will be 3. So this will be again 1. So 3 1. 2 and 3. So in that way it is going to get. Okay. Now instead of printing it here, so what I will do is I will say I plus. Okay, so this plus is like having something. Okay, so having something. So simply I'm running this. So now you see the output that we looked at in our example. Okay, so the output that we looked at in our example basically. So that's where we are looking at now. So we are looking at an example where you are going to say, so simply what I have done here, so I have just kept I and J. Okay, so I and J. So I here, J here. So I value here, J value here. So I value here, J value. So in that way, we are looking at the thing. Okay, so that's how you are working with the I and J value. Okay, so hopefully you understood how this loop is carrying out. Okay, so very important. So I value, J value. So first I value will enter. So each and every I value will complete this evaluation. Okay, so will complete the iteration. Okay, so each and every value of I will complete the evaluation. Okay, so complete the iteration. Okay, so in that way it goes. So, correct. So where I can use these operations. So now yesterday, if you remember, we did one program where we were doing, where we were working with the Armstrong. Okay, so there we
Armstrong and palindrome, I think.
yeah. So I think we got this list right. Now what we will do is we will generate this list. Okay, so we asked ChatGPT to give the values between
Yes, sir.
palindromes between some something like that.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir.
so today what we will do is, so from the program we will do this. Okay, so from the program we will do this. So how to do this? What I will do is I will just give you the logic. Okay, so now for example I want the number. Okay, so here you should write the Armstrong code. Okay, so here you should write the Armstrong code. Okay, so now what you want, so from this Armstrong number, okay, so you will get, okay, you will get the number. Okay, so you will get the number. Now for example here number you are taking, one number you are taking, no. So but what we will do is we will get set of numbers. We will get set of numbers from here. Okay, so I will ask the system to give the start range and the end range. Okay, so to give the start range and the end range. Okay, so start range, so enter start number. Okay, so I will say start number, and I will also ask the end number. Okay, enter end number. Okay, means from where to where you want. So here I will say I less than I, start number already given, so in for loop you don't have to write it. So end number, so I less than or equal to, I need the start number. Okay, so start number, so start number less than or equal to end number. So less than or equal to end number. So now what you will get? You will get the range. Okay, so you will get the range. So end number. So you will get that end number, and then so you will say start number plus 2. Okay, so start number plus, and here if you go for start number, so simply what it will ask, so it will ask enter start number. For example, I am entering 10 and 20. Okay, so now you get 10 to 20. Now this start number is your number, entrance number. Okay. So start number is your entrance number. Start number will become this number. So now what you have to take? You have to take that number. Okay. You have to take that number. First to find the count. Okay. So first you have to find the count. Okay. So I'll write the hints so you can work with it. Okay. So start number, first you have to find the count. Okay. Then you have to find the Armstrong. You understood? Then you have to check. Okay. So try it. Okay. So all the logics I am writing here. So now here counting means which code will come? Counting means this code will come. Okay. So counting means this code will come. So Armstrong means which code will come? So Armstrong means this code will come. Okay. And checking means, so checking means, no, next checking means, so this code will come. Okay. So for each and every number you need to do these three things. Okay. So and you have to just print the numbers. That's it. Okay. So check and print. Get my point? So will you try this?
ఓకే సార్. అంటే లూప్లో పెట్టడమే సార్, లైక్ నెక్స్టెడ్ లూప్లో పెట్టేసి ఒక నెంబర్ ఇస్తే అది అన్ని మొత్తం యామ్స్ట్రాంగ్ కాదా అన్ని చెక్ చేసి ఆ 3 కండిషన్స్ చెక్ చేస్తారు సార్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ.
అంతే సార్.
సో ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. కానీ ఏంటంటే ఆ నంబర్స్ కొన్ని ఎట్లా వాడాలి ఏంటనేది ఒక క్లారిటీ వస్తుంది. రైట్.
ఓకే
రైట్. సో right. So this is the one. So hope nested loops ఒక ఐడియా వచ్చినట్టుంది కదా. Nested loops means the loops inside another loop. Okay. So loop inside another loop. Okay. So here basic understanding of the nested loop. Now for example I will say to give you one more task. So I'll give you tasks otherwise. Okay. So because all the topics we covered, so I'll give you tasks. Okay. You complete. So print all the prime factors. So if you complete them, we can move to arrays. Arrays lo inka manaki logics vastayi. So print all the prime factors of a number. Okay. So factor that should be prime. Okay. Factor that should be prime. Understand it? Okay. So you have to print all the prime factors. Okay. So next so print the number of palindromes number. Okay. So now I want number of palindromes within a given range. Okay. So number of palindromes within a given range. Okay. I want number, only number. Okay. So I want number of palindromes within a given range. And the given range lo enni palindromes unnayi. Okay. So and then program. So check the largest factor of a number. Check the largest factor of a number other than the number itself. Other than the number itself. Okay. So you need to check the largest factor of a number other than the number itself. Okay. So and then take a number. Okay, so something like, suppose if I am saying 5, 6, 9, 7, 5. Okay, so 5, 6, take a number, for example 5, 8, 9, 7, 5. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to add the even digit, and multiply the odd digit. Okay, so add the even digit and multiply the odd digit. Okay, so add the even digit and multiply the odd digit, and find their sum. Okay, right. So ఈ 4 tasks తర్వాత ఇంకా అంతకుముందు కూడా ఇంకోటి ఇచ్చాను కదా, సో ఫస్ట్.
అవును సార్.
So yeah, you can do all these tasks. Okay.
సార్ రేపు ఒక్కది అంటే రేపు కోక్ క్యూబ్స్ ఎగ్జామ్ ఉంది.
Sorry?
టుమారో ఐ హ్యావ్ కోక్ క్యూబ్స్ ఎగ్జామ్.
Okay, no problem.
ఎల్లుండి కల్లా ఫినిష్ చేస్తాను సార్.
No problem.
ఓకే.
So tomorrow you won't be available for class?
క్లాస్కి ఉంటాను సార్, అంటే టాస్క్ మా అవైలబుల్ అవ్వదు సార్. రేపు ఒక్కరోజు పర్మిషన్ ఇవ్వండి సార్, అంటే ఎల్లుండి చేసేస్తాను.
సరే.
అంటే ఆఫ్టర్నూన్